Hi, my name is Ariana, and for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to We Got Robbed in Broad Daylight by YouNow the Sauce God. Let's get into the video. Not gonna lie, I miss doing that. Anyway, I'm getting back consistent. That's a promise.
He turns around, grabs my boy, the one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, holds it to his stomach, and is like, "You don't want to do that."
What?
I was mad living with you. I couldn't sleep naked.
Oh yeah?
Hell yeah.
Huh. I mean, you could have asked.
What?
Like I walked into the Foot Locker and then got my size. It's like, well, you know, what's going on? You know, is get these little slaves to work. Wow.
Not
Get 'em to work.
slaves.
Get their little hands to stitch up these shoes. I need some fresh Nikes. What are we doing?
Nothing like crackheads, friend. That crackhead immune system. Crack don't kill you. Nothing. That crack don't kill you, boy. Crack make you stronger, boy. What COVID gonna do, nigga? You got crack in your system, nigga. You high. Can't do shit. What the cough gonna do, nigga? You cough more smoking crack. I'm not rapping on that.
Go ahead, Will. He
Yo, we
said,
about to sit down, record a podcast. Where you going? You better bring your ass. We about to talk shit for 2 hours. Get them Sour Patch Kids, get them sours. I'm cracking jokes. Don got the beat.
Why the beat low-key slapping though?
There's a famous quote, "Money is the root of all evil."
That's
Have
what
you
they
heard
say.
it? What do you think about it? It comes from the Bible, and growing up in Jamaica, that quote made a lot of sense to me. And that's because every night on the evening news, there'd be some tragic story of a family, a business owner, a kid who lost their life over money, you know, a robbery gone bad. So for a long time, I believed that. I believed that money was the root of all evil. But one day, I was sitting down with a wise man,
It can
my best
be.
friend's father, who had made himself a lot of money in his lifetime by building businesses, being disciplined, you know, going to college, all of that. He carried a gun, and one day when I was over my best friend's house, he asked me,
I'ma be like,
"Why do you think I have this?" Of course, I replied, "To protect yourself." You know, he was a wealthy man. You know, people knew he was a wealthy man, and Jamaica's a
Not
dangerous
wealthy.
place. And thinking I was smart, I threw the quote at him, you know, "Money is the root of all evil." He then said to me, "Chris, money is not the root of all evil. Money is what bought me this house. It's what buys you food. It's how your parents get you the video games you like to
He's
play.
like, money
No,
is a
money
blessing in
is not the root
disguise."
of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Poverty.
I mean, he's not.
That's why I carry this, because too many people here don't have enough. And the only thing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose is a man with nothing at all. That stuck with me.
I mean,
Completely
he's not
changed the
really
way I saw
wrong.
money. So one day after school, when me and my boys got held up and robbed as they were walking to the bus stop, I was walking to my dad's office. I don't want to give you too much backstory, but you can watch this video
But
about
some
getting
is for
teased for
good
where I
reason.
lived. It's a funny story about getting teased, walking to my dad's office. People thought it was my house. Go watch this video if you want to get more context. But that day when we got robbed, what my
If I
dad's friend said to me,
remember, I'll talk more
made all
about the
the
money
sense
thing
to
at the end.
I was about 13 years old, you know, very young, very naive, and the world around me, being Jamaica, was a very real
Jamaica.
place, you know, very dangerous place at times. But my parents did an amazing job at sheltering me from a lot of that. But no matter how hard your parents try, they can't protect you from the world forever.
If I yawn a
So
lot, just
I'm walking
know
to my dad's
I'm
office
actually
with two
tired
of my
of
boys. You
feminists
know, they're walking
at
to the bus
midnight.
stop to take the bus to go home. So we're taking the usual route, and on the way to where we're going, we have to pass this other school. It was known as Quality Academics.
That don't
It
even
was
sound
basically a
right.
school you would go to if you failed high school. You see, in Jamaica, in order to go to college, you have to take this exam called CXC. I think they changed it. But it's very similar to the SAT. So if you got poor grades on your CXCs, you wouldn't be able to get into a good university. In Jamaica, there are really only like 2. And we don't have this abundance of community colleges like you do here in America. So if you want to take another swing at getting into university, you pretty much have to redo your senior year of high school. But there isn't a way to do that in actual public school. So you have to go to one of these like do-over schools. And Quality Academics was one of those schools. Now, think about the kind of kids that completely fail high school, right? Of course, you have those who just, struggle in school. Public school isn't always the best. But a lot of times, it's dudes that didn't take school serious because they were busy, chasing girls, ditching class. A lot of times,
I
they're
always
dudes
take school serious.
who gave a lot of trouble. Very often, these kinds of guys, grew up in environments where they didn't have a lot, They grew up in the hood, grew up in poverty. So what do you get when you mix a kid who grew up without a lot in an environment that is often violent, who feels the pressure of having to look like they have more than they really do so that they can climb the superficial social ladder that is high school culture?
The term
You get the 2 dudes that were
popularity,
posted up down the street in the cut
lame,
looking for an easy lick.
a joke.
I saw them as we were walking up the street, and I could tell from a distance that these guys were no good. Back when I was going to school in Jamaica, there was a certain look that all the tough guys had, the bad man look. Uniform was always iron crisp, shirt untucked. They take their baggy uniform pants to a tailor and get them tightly fitted. A lot of times their faces were bleached so they look more light-skinned, and they always used too much gel in their hair, like to get it curly, but they did use too much. And I just started walking the streets to get to my dad's office, so I saw them, and I'm thinking, that don't look good. But, it's 3 of us, it's 2 of them. Sure, they're bigger, they're older. But, this kind of thing doesn't happen to me. Like it's something here on the news, it's something
not
here happening to
impossible.
other people. I'm not gonna get pressed by no goons. So we're walking
There's
up the
always
street,
a
we're getting
chance.
closer and
That's
closer.
slim chance.
And then we pass them. So I'm
Could
like,
be everything.
okay, all right, good, we're good. So we walk past them, and me and my boys, we're talking, we're laughing, all is right with the world. And then I hear some footsteps quickly approaching us from behind. I turn my head, and now they're right beside us. As they're passing us, one of them leans into one of my boys, bumps him, and then keep walking. At first, I didn't realize what happened, but it turns out when the dude bumped into my
He
boy,
get robbed
he reached
like
into his
that.
hoodie pocket and grabbed his phone. They must have saw when my boy had put his phone in his pocket before we passed
That's
him
why
down
I
the
always
street.
have
My boy's
my
like,
hands
yo,
in my
they just
pocket.
took my phone. He had a new BlackBerry, and this is before the iPhone, all of that. Yo, this was when the BlackBerry
was
the
popping.
iPhone, bro. Everybody wanted one. They were hard to come by. They were expensive. My mans must have saved up for a whole year just to buy that phone, bro. So now I'm shocked, and then my boy's like, yo, I gotta get by my
How
phone.
he get
So without even
robbed
thinking,
like
we start to
that?
chase him.
That is
Now,
sad.
to say chase is a bit much. It was more like a brisk walk because 1, they weren't that far ahead because they weren't running away, and 2, there was some hesitation, right? Because they were scary. I was scared. I will admit, I'd never been in a
Like, you didn't
situation
feel
like
that
this
dude
before.
hand in
But
your pocket.
we're in the heat of the
I
moment.
would've felt
Adrenaline
sick.
is going, and I wasn't about to be the one friend that fell back in this situation. So we start to walk up to them. We get right behind them, and then one of the dudes, not the one who took the phone, the other one,
He just pushes
turns
him.
around, grabs my boy, the
flies.
one who got his phone
He
took,
throws him.
grabs him by the shirt, puts
Imagine
him up
he
against
throws
the
him
wall,
over the
pulls
rail.
out
He
a
just goes
pocket
flying.
knife,
Just
pulls
like
it
his
to his
anime.
stomach, and is like, "You don't want to do that." Lets him go.
You just hear him
Turns
screaming,
around,
"Mommy, help
and the
me!"
both of them keep walking. And back in school, we heard a lot of stories of dudes getting robbed and stabbed over their phones.
Oh
So
my
we knew that
God.
this was not a joke. So they're walking away, and then my boy turns to us and is like, "Yo, what do I do?" I look at him. I'm like,
I would say, man.
"Looks like you gotta get a new phone, bro." 'Cause
Yeah, you
that
gotta
one-
get a new phone.
That one's not yours no more. And as soon as that reality set over the group, we were just like, man, that's tough. That was so
So y'all
tough
didn't
because
go to the
there was nothing we could do.
teacher,
What were we gonna
principal.
do?
Y'all didn't go
Call
to
the
y'all
police?
parents.
This is Jamaica, bro. Ain't no police gonna show up and get back your phone, bro. That's gone. So we stand there for like another
Not
5 minutes.
Jamaica.
And then we continued to walk. You know, my boys went to the bus stop. I went to my dad's office, and, you know, that was that. You know, I told my dad about it, you know, because my dad grew up in the hood. So a small part of me was like, ooh, maybe my dad
Not
can, like,
the
go
hood.
get back the phone. I don't know. My dad looked at me and was like, you still got your phone? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, we good. Moral of the story, you know, when you walking these streets, especially if you live somewhere that's not super safe, keep your head on a swivel, keep your valuables concealed, and, you know, if you're ever being robbed and, you know, you're outgunned,
Never
or
take your
outmanned,
hands out
just
your
give 'em what they ask
pocket
for.
if you just
Because
put
at the end of the
something
day,
in your
things can always be replaced. But your life, pretty sure you only get one of those. I just got a bag, didn't need a mask.
Hey, hey, hey,
Everything was
hey,
gas.
hey.
I just flew her in, got her off the ground. I just hit a switch, tripled what I had. I got courts
Hey,
cash
hey,
in the bank with
hey,
a handout.
hey, hey.
She got on her hands, it's a standout.
If I kept this part in here, that means I did not get a copyright claim, okay? And if I take it out, that means I got a copyright claim. It's just the song you sing. It's fine. It's fire.
If you hit the bell, I won't hear you from inside. There's big
Hey.
space. Niggas gotta eat, so I got gold plates. They don't let you in, just say my last name. I just put acrylic in a glass frame. They didn't know me, now I'm the homie. Gotta laugh when I look them in the face. Cause they would've sold me for a gold piece. Get some cash and just watch how people change. I just got a bag, didn't need a...
Hey, okay, let me stop. That is fire at the end. But the thing I was gonna say about money, it can be a good and a bad thing. It could be a good thing for those who are blessed with it, but it could be a bad thing for those who have too much power. Like rich people, right? We're not gonna say any names. We're not gonna say any people's names. It should be obvious. But some people, you know, they like to spend their daddy's money, their parents' money, and then they get money of their own and take over, and it turns out bad. And then they like to steal other people's money by tricking them into spending more money when they don't have to, but yet don't get in trouble for it. The amount of fraud, tax fraud, we're not going to say any specific names, why would you need more money from the people when you're already rich? That just don't make sense. If anything, you should be giving, serving to the people, okay? And like some people that's in poverty, it could be a good or a bad thing for them. Like, it could be a good thing if they're truly grateful for everything they have and everything they achieve, even after they've been in poverty. It could be like, oh, I'm finally at this point in my life, and I can finally say that I'm grateful for the things I went through because it has taught me. But then some people, they gain a little something for after being in poverty for so long, and they just got out of control. And like, you know, some people gotta steal if they're really, really in poverty and debt, which is understandable. I mean, like, if they got family feed or got feed themselves because they're just struggling so much, it makes sense, you know? Like, I don't blame them. America ain't anything. Like, America's trash, okay? The epitome of trash. Don't move here, ever. If you live overseas in Canada, stay. Don't come here. Don't go to the States. Do not go to the States. It'll be your best mistake, okay? It's gonna be the top of the list of mistakes you could ever make. Just saying. Just so you know, don't ever move to America. America's trash. The system is trash. The way things work, trash. Do they teach you anything in the schools? Definitely not. But you know. But yeah. that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Comment down below what I should react to my next video. My socials will be in the description box down below. Y'all see how smooth I was? I be remembering. I didn't mess up this time. I messed up another video, but I didn't mess up this time. But I'm getting back into it. You got remembering stuff. She got it. She got it. You know, COVID is still happening. It's very much real, very much still alive. Make sure y'all wear your mask. It's very important. People out here with their mask not on their nose, y'all still breathing in the germs. That's why y'all getting sick. And y'all question it the next day. Y'all getting the symptoms and you're wondering why. You're wondering why America is still having COVID problems. Y'all ain't wearing y'all mask. Doctors say wear them. The scientists say wear them. The people that's trying to make a cure saying wear them because it's helping. And y'all don't believe the doctors? They trained years for this stuff. And they got to deal with sick people having COVID and all these other diseases all day long. And y'all can't wear a mask? Get it together. Anyway, don't forget to love yourself. This necklace, cute. Be yourself. I'm done with my rant, but am I gonna keep it in? Probably. Deuces.